everyone, it's Jordan, and today I'm going to be doing the super random book tag. So I've been looking for some fun book tags, and then when I saw this pop up when I was searching for book tags to do, and I just thought, why not? And there were some books that I was prepared for some of the questions, but also there were some that I'm like, I just want to see what pops up to my head. So yeah, let's get to the book tag. So the first question is, color crazy. Pick a color that matches your emotion when you're reading your favorite book. I honestly don't know what color made me think of my emotion when I was reading my favorite book, but the one that comes to my mind was when I've read The Wicked Deep by Shia Earnshaw back in 2018, and blue is my favorite color, and that's why I picked up. But when I was reading it, it was the story was still good, but it was sad at the end. But I don't know what other color maybe that I could think of that represents my emotion. So the next question is, favorite movie. Pick the best book to movie adaptation. This one's really hard because I love a lot of book to movie adaptations like Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie that had a really good movie adaptation, especially with Kenneth Branagh, and then The Great Gatsby with Leonardo DiCaprio as Gatsby himself. That was a really good movie adaptation. What else? And I know Peter Pan has some good adaptations. I know it's obvious for me to pick Peter Pan, but they do have really good adaptations depending on what movie you watch, which one you watch. What else? Ready Player One is also a really good movie adaptation in my opinion, and so on. So the next question is, favorite song at the moment. Say your favorite song at the moment and pick a book that you feel is the same as your favorite song. I honestly don't have, I have a lot of songs that I really like, but I don't know which one's my favorite, even if I would go to my music section and shuffle it and see if it's my favorite song at the moment. But the one that I could think of I just listened to earlier was Night Fever by the Bee Gees, and I don't know what book would represent that. Unless there's something that takes place at night, I don't know. I don't know what book would represent that song, but I know I love a lot of songs by the Bee Gees, but I don't know what. I know Staying Alive would be The Hunger Games. That fits pretty well with that song by the Bee Gees, obviously, but I don't have a favorite. I don't have a lot of favorite songs, but I do. There's songs that I really like, but that's the answer that I could come up with. So the next question is, book slump. Name a book that put you in a reading slump. This one's a tricky one just because it's rare for books that would put me in a reading slump. I know there was one that almost put me in a reading slump, but sometimes when I read a book, sometimes it puts me out of the reading slump and put me in a reading slump at the same time. But that would be These Violent Delights by Chloe Gott. Not in a bad way because I love this book so much. It's just sometimes it took me a while to pick up another book after reading this, after what happened in this book, and I'm like, I need the sequel so badly. So yeah, it's one of my favorite books of the year, and I still think it kind of put me out of the reading slump and put me in a reading slump at the same time. And the next question is, book shopping. Name a book that you spend way too much money on. This one I don't spend a lot of money on, but this one is like worth the money to me, which is Captain America: The First 80 Years. I got this at the when I went to the Marvel exhibit with my family, and it was $30, but I think it was worth the money because I know Kevin's been eyeing on this, and so I bought this for him. And a lot of Marvel comic stuff do cost a lot depending on what it is, but I think this was worth the money either way. And the next question is, empty pockets. Name a book that you really want but you don't have the money to pay for it. This one's also tricky because I've always tried to keep up with new releases and all that, especially when I'm trying to save money for my wedding. And there's a book that I really want to get right now, and especially adult books, because there's some that I'm able to get, but there's some that I'm like, probably should wait until they're on sale or something, which is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which is her latest novel, and I love Daisy Jones and the Six, and I was like, I want to read more books by this author, and I've just been hesitating to get it just because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on book, but this one is the one that I could think of. And the next question is the Golden Trio. Name a group of friends, and there's a lot of books that I like the friendship of, but the one that I could think of is from Love, Sugar, Magic, A Dash of Trouble by Anna Marino, and I just love the characters in this one. I just love the friendship in this book. I like a lot of friendship in Melgrave, but this one I've read recently, I just really enjoy the friendship a lot. And the next question is memories. Name your top 3 favorite books. This one's tricky. I have a lot of favorite books. Okay, let me see if I could name 3. A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. I need one more. I need one more. Stalking Jackie Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. This usually changes all the time in my head, but those are the ones I could think of. And the next question is, name a book that you want to add to your never-ending TBR. Oh, the one I could think of is Small Favors by Erin A. Craig, which is her new book that just came out this month, I believe, or end of July, I can't remember, but it's a mystery novel, so it's not like it's based on a retelling like her previous book was, I don't think, but that's the one I could think of that I would add to my TBR, and all the other books that I would add on my never-ending TBR. The next question is, oops, name a book that is popular that you haven't read yet. The ones that I could think of is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. I know the hype for that series has gone down. I still haven't read any of Sarah J. Maas books, but I do want to read them because they really grab my interest. It's just a matter of when I want to read them. What other popular books I could think of that I haven't read yet? The House of Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune I haven't read yet. It's right over there. I just didn't feel like grabbing it. I know that's been popular since last year. What else? I know that I do have a lot of Amber and the Ashes series by Sabaa Tahir. I haven't read any of those books yet. The Raven Boys. I could list all the popular books that I haven't read yet. And the next question is, Rainbow, name a book that gives you all the feels. The book that gave me all the feels this year is Happily Ever After by Elise Bryant. I'm glad that I read this year. I just really excited to read the companion novel or sequel. I'm just want to pick this up as soon as possible because I really love this book so much, and it was my most anticipated release of the year, and I'm just knew that I was going to love it, and yeah, this gave me all the feels. And next question is, movie night, name a book to movie series or book to movie adaptation that you've binged. The ones that I could think of is To All the Boys I Loved Before movies, because I watched like all 3. I binged the first 2 before I saw the 3rd one, which just came out this year, and I just had fun binging those movies. I know there's others. I know there's other series that I binge watched, but those are that's the one that I could think of. And the next question is, sweet but sour. Name a book that is sweet but is sour in some way. I don't think I have an answer to this one. There's a lot of books that I liked, but I don't know what I would consider sweet but sour at the same time. I don't know. I haven't read a lot of books that are like that, so I don't have an answer to this one. And the last question is, OMG, no spoilers, please name a book that you were spoiled for. I would have to say the ones I've been spoiled for is the Infernal Devices series, like any Cassandra Clare books, her Shadowhunter books, just because I've been spoiled for those books a lot, and I have only read Sea of Bones and Sea of Ashes, and I just didn't care just because I didn't finish the series, and I've lost interest in finishing the series, and I just didn't care about spoilers then. But I don't know any other books that I was spoiled for, but that's the one that I could think of on top of my head. So that's all for the Super Random Book Tag. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below any of the questions that is random. Just answer any of the questions from this tag down below. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you know if I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!